the hell would I continue to want if I was losing every show?
You just said if 50 people, 60 people show up, it's almost impossible to make money. So I mean,
you're right.
Unless they're selling tickets, and they're not getting paid. That's the only way that someone's going to make money.
And there are promotions, I've seen guys where they put guys that have never wrestled a match in the ring because they sold 50, 60 tickets.
Yep. And that I disagree with. That should not happen.
Right, and that's what makes wrestling look bad.
Yep, I agree with that. Let's get back to the women situation. Okay. Karen Q. She won your last Super 8 Women's Tournament, and that night, apparently, there was some sort of confrontation between her and the Honky Tonk Man. And the Honky Tonk...
I don't know anything about that. I only heard, didn't know what was said, don't know what was true. I have no idea about that. No knowledge.
I can tell you for a fact that the Honky Tonk Man, whether it was him or whoever is running his Facebook page, publicly posted calling Karen Q a cunt, asking her who the hell she thinks she is, selling gimmick and charging for it. She's unprofessional. She's a piece of shit. I screenshotted all of it because I couldn't believe what I was freaking reading. And I publicly trashed the Honky Tonk Man right back on his page on the radio show a couple of days later. Tried to get him on the phone. He refused to take a call. I even had another promoter try to reach out to me to get me to stop doing it because he used the Honky Tonk Man in signings. And I was like, if you're representing this piece of shit the way he just shit all over an independent female wrestler, then that's not saying much for that person. And they woke up, they opened their eyes and saw. It definitely wasn't. It definitely wasn't hearsay.
Are you talking about Dylan Hines?
Yeah. Yeah. But he saw it, like I showed it to him. So, but as a promoter, was at your show where he claims this happened. You might not have been witnessed it at the show itself, but regardless, wouldn't you think it would be something to put out on your Facebook page or something to come to the defense of your champion?
Well, actually, I think after that show, that was when I think that was her last show, I'm pretty sure. That was, when was it? That was in October. Yeah, that was, I know, she did wrestle the following month in November, right. That was when she asked me for 5 times the amount of what she was getting the night of the show. And that's why I trashed her, okay, because she came to me November 25th. She wrestled in Atlantic City on that show. Never said, they didn't even say hello to me that night, okay? They got their pay, they did their match, and they left right after their match.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was like 2 days later, she said, I got an offer for $350, for that Saturday. She wouldn't be able to make our show unless I matched that offer. So that when you take a booking and you agree to that booking, you got to commit to that booking. You don't hold someone up for money and say, well, listen, now I got... She should have came in, lost the title, and then left. Right. But she didn't do that. She was like, she wanted $350 then, a couple days before the show. Totally unprofessional. Any promoter...
I agree.
Any promoter will agree with that.
I agree. It's happened to us.
The girls are hot. People won't say nothing. So that's why they were shocked. People were shocked that I put down Deanna because I love Deanna. There was no one that liked her better than me. That's a fact, And people couldn't believe when I, put her down. Even her number one fans, they made her a cake. And you know what? She didn't even take it. She just left it there and never came back out to even thank them for the cake, which I thought was, rude on her part because those guys buy her merchandise to support her,
mm-hmm.
and they really should have, she should have thanked them and took the cake. Even if she was going to throw the cake in the trash, she should have taken it, you know?
I agree.
So, as far as the Honky Tonk Man and Karen, too, I don't know. I just saw what it, was said, but I didn't know if he really said it. I didn't see any altercation at the show. They did have a table next to each other. She never came. If there was an issue, she could have came to me and said, "Hey, the Honky Tonk Man's, saying shit about me."
Well, I don't think he said anything at the show to her. There was an exchange where one of the fans who was waiting online said that he was mumbling under his breath about calling her a piece of shit and unprofessional and stuff like that. But it was until a couple hours later where this appeared on his Facebook page. And
maybe she was selling more pictures than he was, and he got pissed off.
Yeah, I whatever. I'm not defending him. I can't stand the guy. The guy is a piece of crap, in my opinion. And I don't care how long he's been doing what he's been doing.
I was never a fan of the Honky Tonk Man when I watched WWF, WWE,
Yeah.
Never really liked them. But I only used him because he was in the area that day.
Right. No, I'm not questioning that you used them, why you used. My question is that how come nobody ever came to the defense? Now, I spoke to Karen, and I asked her about it. I wanted her to come on the show and talk about it. She wanted to put it behind her and forget about it. And that was it. She took the high road, which is great. But nobody, nobody came. But nobody came to her defense.
After it was out there that one day, nobody even said anything about it anymore. So why would I bring it up? I didn't even know about it. It was never brought to my attention.
I don't know how. I honestly don't know how, because it was
nobody.
It was not nonstop on my Facebook feed for about 72 hours.
I mean, listen. There's times I'm busy. I'm not on Facebook all day long.
Right. Okay, and another question I had was, I guess back in 2016, you guys lost somebody close to you guys, a really good fan, helped out, did a lot of stuff, Christopher Abrams?
Yes.
Okay. Whatever happened to the yearly fan appreciation show? Nothing ever happened after the first one.
Well, after we left Woodbury, in Delaware, I would have had to pay for the ring. That was too much cost to do a fan appreciation show. So in Delaware, you do have to pay for a permit. There's a lot. There's a commission. There's a lot higher fees to run in Delaware and in PA. If I was running in Woodbury Heights again, I would definitely do a fan appreciation show. But then I started to do the shows down Atlantic City. I actually was going to do one down there, but just never panned out. Now,
I know you guys, I think I heard you comment that you really don't update the website as much as you should, but that article is still on the website where it says that an annual fan appreciation show will be run. So, little things like that are on your website, and then you're not doing it, that does speak volume to the company. So it might be something that you want to go back and change or edit.
Yeah, but listen, most people nowadays, they go on a Facebook page. There's a lot of places, they don't even have a website anymore. It's just Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I mean, if I rarely will ever go on a website. I just Google it. The Facebook page comes up, or a Facebook page. If I need a phone number, just Google it, get the number, and call.
Well, how do you sell tickets? Isn't it off your Facebook page?
Yeah, but that goes right through PayPal. That pops right up into the email.
Right, but I understand is that they got to go to the website to make the purchase.
Yeah, they would have to go. Right, so they would have to go through the website to get tickets.
So the website does serve other purposes other than promoting. It's actually bringing you in revenue.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of important that you keep it updated.
Like I said, when I was still in the juice bar, 7 days a week, no employees, 12-hour days, it's a little hard to do the wrestling, the other business comes before the wrestling. So, and it's hard, like I said, it's hard to find people that actually want to work in wrestling. Like, they'll come in, everybody wants to help out, but you know what they want to be? They want to be a manager. They want to be a character. They want to be ringing out. But we get fans all the time that, oh, can I walk this person out to the ring? No, you're a fan. Right. I mean, if all the fans are in the show, who's sitting in the seat? Right. I mean, listen, look around. There are a lot of fans that are now wrestling. Take, for instance, Jimmy Lloyd. He used to come to every TWA show when I was running. He was 10 years old. He was TWA Fan of the Month. John Henderson, Tom Eckerlin, he's in H2O. He used to come to all our shows. Super 8 loved it. Now he's wrestling. So when these people become wrestlers, they're not buying tickets no more.
Well, that's why you got to cater to the next generation over and over.
You were buying a ticket before, weren't you?
Me? No.
You never bought tickets to indie shows?
Nope. Never been to an indie show before I started a radio show. I'm from Staten Island. There was only one show going on.
I personally don't go to indie shows. I just worry about my own promotion. I don't have the time to go to other shows.
That's understandable. Obviously, you have your own show, so it's not normal practice for promoters of who have their own show to go to other shows unless they have something invested in that. You know, right. Myself, I moved to New Jersey in 2009, and I didn't even, I've heard of shows, like I've seen posters and stuff like that hanging up, but I never actually went to any. When we started the radio show, we got an invite from, then it was JCW, and we came out, and then that was it. We pretty much took off from there. Now we work, side by side with about 15 different independent promotions, and we bring talent into about a dozen different convention fan fests. So
I got a question for you about conventions, because I think this is one of your buddies, Joe Rusella. You know him?
Yes, Joe Rusella.
And he posted something about about too many conventions, which I agree on. I mean,
yes,
it's sooner or later. I mean, listen, how many times can you get Bret Hart's autograph? How many times can you get Sting's autograph? I mean, Chad had Goldberg, so he was somebody different than, I think Goldberg and probably the Bullet Club were the most popular probably at that convention. But I mean, when you go to a convention, I've seen people I've seen at the Icons convention, Ryback, he didn't even have a line.
Yeah, he's never had a line.
Chavo Guerrero, I thought would have had a line when they brought him in. There was no line there. A lot, and then you talk to some of the vendors. I'll say, I forget who was next to me, but it was a guy. He had Gary Capetta, and I said, "How'd you do?" He was like, "I did really well." I was right next to me. I didn't see anybody go over there.
Well, I've learned that any promoter that sits there and brags about how well they did is probably just saving face anyway. That's why I don't usually
exactly, because they don't want to be looked at as, well, I just paid all this money for somebody and I didn't make any money.
Yeah, we try to focus on names that haven't been around in a while or haven't been around at all. That's kind of our focus. If we have to take the convention off because we didn't get that name we wanted, then we'll do it.
Let me ask you a question. How long have you been a wrestling fan? What was your first year you started watching wrestling?
I've been a wrestling fan probably since the late 70s. We used to go to house shows at Wagner College in Staten Island.
Right. I started in 1978. I went to my first show at it was actually Wildwood Convention Center.
Okay.
And then from 79 to 89, I went every single month, never missed, to the Philadelphia Spectrum.
Yep.
But there's say some of these old timers, if you bring, I think Dominic DeNucci might have just been at a convention. That's a guy I would like to meet him, but if you bring him in as a guest, are you going to make your money back? Definitely not. Right. Because people today, they only want to see the Bullet Club or somebody new. So those guys that are bringing in, Danny Davis as a referee or, even any old time guys, Tony Garea or
Well, it
different
really,
guys